everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name's Ebony, and my hope for this channel is that it will help you reconnect with your intuition. Tarot has really taught me so much about how to use my intuition, connect with my subconscious, and understand myself so much more than I ever have before. And as I show you these two tarot spreads today, tarot can also be such a useful tool to gain actionable advice. Today I want to share two tarot spreads that ask you to really question yourself. If you really delve into these spreads, think deeply about the cards you draw, and even write about what thoughts it brings up, these spreads will bring you so much clarity and help you figure out what you need to focus on, overcome, and learn in order to move forward with your dreams and goals in life. My hope with these tarot spreads or layouts is that they will help you to connect with your intuition and bring you so much insight. Also, next week in part 2, I'll show you how to use these spreads with a combination of tarot and oracle cards together, and how to take it another step further by adding charm casting or rune stones to the reading too. Both layouts begin by drawing your choice of cards. You can use all one type, such as all tarot cards, or a mixture, it's up to you. The charms and or rune stones will come next after your cards have been chosen. You can absolutely use just one deck and nothing more. I often do that too, and it is more than enough. But in part 2, I'll show you all the possibilities, so remember to subscribe and ring the little bell if you'd like to watch that next week. The first layout is the Clarity Tarot spread, the second is the Take Action spread. You can use them at different times or together. Combined it would be an 8-card layout. You can use them at any time you need, and you can delve deeper by journaling on the answers you receive. I do recommend though that you start with the Clarity spread, then if you'd like more guidance you can follow it with the Take Action spread. It flows so nicely that way, but it's all up to you. As both layouts are based on asking yourself questions to reflect on, you could even draw just one card, ask one question at a time if you like. For both spreads, I'll first show you what they're like using just one deck of tarot cards. Then I'll talk about how to mix it up with different decks, oracle cards, and charms if you're curious. I hope that you find this video helpful, and if you do, I hope you'll consider subscribing. If you'd like more information, resources, and recommendations, and all that good stuff, it can be found over on the blog post linked below. Get yourself a cuppa and let's get started. Alrighty. The first layout I'd like to share with you today is the Clarity spread. This spread is wonderful to help you get clear on your goals and dreams. Even if you have a million things you'd like to do but you can't choose just one, I hope this spread helps you to narrow it down. This doesn't mean you disregard your other hopes and dreams, but allows you to focus and get really clear on the one that really matters the most to you right now. Let's give the cards a little shuffly. Okay, the first card asks, what message do I need to hear right now? The second card asks, what do I want to do more than anything? The third card asks, what do I need to be aware of to improve my chances of achieving what I want? The fourth card asks, what is my biggest strength? And the fifth card asks, what or who is helping me? So the first card, what message do I need to hear right now? This card allows you to delve deep into how you are feeling right now. What's on your mind? What do you need to know in this moment? Check in with yourself with this card. The second card, what do I want to do more than anything? How does this card help you to determine what you are feeling called to do? What is it you would really like to do in life? What lights you up? What are your passions? This card should give you some insight into what you truly want out of life. What will bring you joy? Put aside your fears and pretend for a moment that you could wake up tomorrow and you were living this reality. Delve deep into your wildest dreams. The third card is, what do I need to be aware of to improve my chances of achieving what I want? This card could ask you to address the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. It could show you a lesson that you need to learn in order to succeed, or it could point to a past experience that you need to move on from in order to move on with life, to move forward in life. The fourth card, what is my biggest strength? This will give you an idea of how you can overcome the challenges of that third card. So what you need to be aware of can be a challenge, and this is your biggest strength. So this will actually help you to succeed to achieve your goals and help you to overcome any obstacles or challenges that you might face. So your biggest strength. And the fifth and final card is what or who is helping me. So this could indicate family or friends that might be helping you. It could indicate that certain aspects of your personality might help you. You know, you can definitely read into this as a what or who is helping you. So definitely the sky's the limit on what or who might be helping you. So the first card in this spread indicates the message I need to hear right now, and we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, as you see here, shows a figure looking down and disappointed, focusing on the 3 cups that have fallen over at their feet, while unaware that there are 2 cups still standing right behind them. The way I see this card in terms of what message I need to hear right now is a reminder to look for opportunities. Yeah, look towards solutions instead of focusing so much on what may not be going so well right now or on any negative thoughts I might be having. There is a bridge in the distance over the water. There's a home waiting on the other side. There are opportunities to learn, grow, and succeed all around me. I just maybe need to get out of my head, stop and look around. This definitely connects to me right now for sure. What do I want to do more than anything? We have the Fool. Now that's interesting because the Fool, of course, is very carefree, I think would be the right word. So the Fool indicates new beginnings and kind of a carefree nature. It's the idea of being open-minded and curious and ready to explore and discover new things. So it's sort of a reminder to have fun and, it depends on the reading really, but in this context, I believe, what I want to do more than anything is to reach out for new opportunities and have a new beginning where I can simply be curious. If I can be curious every single day of my life and learn as well, then I will be very happy. So I think in terms of what I want to do more than anything, the Fool, I believe, is trying to say, I want more than anything else to live a carefree life and to live a life led by curiosity, led by exploring new things and learning. Yeah, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. And the interesting thing with this layout as well, in terms of, giving you clarity, every time you do it, you get a sort of different aspect. Right now I'm filming a video for this, and I think the idea of having fun and creativity kind of ties in with the Fool a little bit. Whereas when I've done this in the past, it's been a little bit more serious, I suppose, in the answers that I've gotten. I think it's definitely a little bit more lighthearted. Like the tarot is kind of like, well, you're filming right now, so we'll give you a kind of lighthearted mission card there. So it sort of is like your mission card, like your mission in life. That's sort of how I think of that one. But yeah, it'll be different every time depending on your mood and, your mind frame, your frame of mind rather, mind frame. So then the third card, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So this is, what do I need to be aware of to improve my chances of achieving what I want? This card could ask you to address the limiting beliefs that you're holding you back. So it really is like, what do you need to be aware of? And that can be something you need to learn. It could point to something that's happened in your past you have to let go of. It can get pretty heavy, this card. So let's have a looky at the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles also indicates a new opportunity available. That could grow into something abundant. It could be a lucrative business idea that could really be beginning right now. It could essentially be your goals manifesting and beginning in a very tangible and real way. So you have an opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles to take on a new idea, possibly a business related job or something like that. So because it's the Ace of Pentacles, it makes sense that what comes to mind is sort of financial. And I think that's kind of interesting because lately with tarot, I keep drawing similar cards to this, where it's telling me I have to overcome my limiting beliefs around money, and that the challenge right now is, how can I turn my passions and what I really want to do into a business, into an actual lucrative business idea. So I guess it's saying, what do I need to be aware of to improve my chances? I need to be aware that in order to grow the ideas and what I want to do into a business, that I need to, I guess I think it's more a belief thing. It's like let go of the fear of failing at it. I think because it's in the position of what do I need to be aware of to improve my chances of succeeding, I think it's basically saying, you know, I need to be aware that it's possible that if I let go of my limiting beliefs and I actually step forward, you know, if I really want to live a carefree life, you know, I have to have that foundation that is essentially finance and, you know, treating it more like a business. So it's kind of like, it's interesting following the Fool as well. The fourth card is what is my biggest strength? And I love that I got the World card there. So the World card it usually indicates coming full circle, ideas coming to fruition, being able to sort of have the world as, what's the phrase? The world is your oyster. You know, the world is in your hands. You have the control. You have balance, as she's balancing there, and you have closed a chapter and you're ready to open another one, and you're sort of underway and succeeding. Generally speaking, it can indicate success, the World card. And so I guess if we're talking what is my biggest strength might be that, you know, I do have the world or perhaps the universe on my side. So my strength is that in what I want to do, I'm able to be supported by the universe. That's how that's the message I'm getting. So that my biggest strength is the fact that I'm supported, the fact that I am so supported in what I'm trying to do, even though, you know, my family may not understand exactly what I'm trying to do, but the fact is that I am supported. And I think, you know, the world of possibilities. Yeah, my strength is that there is a world of possibilities and that I am supported if I want to go off as the Fool. And perhaps, you know, there might be some that believe that, you know, it's not going to be financially lucrative and that it might be hard to do, and, you know, who knows what's going to happen. You know, there's very much an element of the unknown, stepping off into the unknown as the Fool. But the world is showing me that my strength is that, you know, as much as I might be stepping into the unknown, I do have that support surrounding me. And I have a world of possibilities. There is a world of possibilities that, you know, I will overcome the limiting beliefs around success and what that looks like in the long run. So, yeah, I think that's a really beautiful card as a strength card. I'm pretty like, aw, that's kind of nice. Thanks, Tarot. And then finally, what or who is helping me? We have another Pentacle card, interestingly enough. I think finance is definitely on my mind. You know, trying to figure that out post-COVID world as well, you know. So we've got the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is about being financially conscious. It's about saving money, watching your finances, and really understanding that money flows. It flows and it is exchanged, and that, you know, like you can see he's really hoarding his money. Like, look at that card. He's just like, all this is mine. These, no one else can have my money, basically. So the fact that it's what or who is helping me, perhaps it's basically like what will help me is probably a little bit of this energy where I'm saving money and I'm aware of my finance. So it's very interesting that, you know, we've got what do I need to be aware of? Kind of, you know, long story short, I need to be aware of finances. I need to be aware of turning my dream essentially into a financial sort of a business essentially. And so I think that, you know, what's going to help me achieve that, what's going to help me move forward with those dreams is going to be a little bit more of a, you know, successful money mindset, and also finding a balance between feeling like I can spend money and that money will flow easily to me, and, you know, being able to have the right frame of mind when it comes to money, but also, you know, thinking of the future and thinking of savings and, you know, what's the next financial step going to be. Yeah, so I guess like it's about being financially conscious, financially aware, and having a balance between not keeping all your money to yourself and not having any fun ever, simply saving, but also, you know, having a balance where it's okay to splurge, it's okay to treat myself and have a bit of balance while still being financially stable and secure and saving for the future. So yeah, that's just one example. Like I said, you know, it's very hard on camera to do a reading on yourself that's very in-depth. But you can take it obviously so much further in real life. You can journal on it, you can break the questions down further and really get into the nitty-gritty of them. And of course, finally, you can tie them all together and see what story forms. Even though I've written these questions for these card positions, at the end of the day, you know, you got to trust your gut on this. And if you're looking at the question, you're looking at the card, and you're trying to figure out how this card relates to the question, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky, and especially if it's someone else's spread that they've written. You know, you're trying to figure out what they mean by that question as well, or you're just trying to remember what the question was to begin with. I've done that many times with other people's spreads that I've done. You know, I start to go into the cards and then I lose my train of thought because I'm like, wait, what was card 3 meaning again? Like, I have to stop and I have to look it up. Oh, that's right, it means this. So don't get too bogged down with the details of the spread itself. Focus instead on reading intuitively. But that gives you an idea of this first spread. I don't want to get too in depth on reading the tarot cards too much in this video. It's more about showing you ideas for how you can use this spread yourself, and then I want you to actually try it and learn from it yourself. So now you have a better understanding on what you want, you can use the next spread to delve deeper on what you can do to make it happen. The Take Action spread will give you insight on what to do next. So that's what we do now. So like I said, you could, you know, keep these cards out and essentially add on to them. So we have card 1, the challenge. What challenges do I need to overcome? Card 2, the focus. What do I need to focus the most on right now? And card 3, the action. What do I need to learn? What action do I need to take next? So card 1 asks, what challenges do I need to overcome? Get clear on what challenges you may need to face in order to move forward. The first step to solving a problem is to define what the problem is. The second card asks, what do I need to focus the most on right now? There are always distractions and never-ending to-do lists, so what is the most crucial, most important thing you need to focus on currently? And finally, the third card asks, what do I need to learn? What action do I need to take next? So let's take a look. I love the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, what challenges do I need to overcome? The focus, the Magician. What do I need to focus on right now? The Magician. And action, what action do I need to take next? What do I need to learn or do next? The Ten of Cups reversed. All right, so we've got our cards there. Let's take a closer look. Let's move it down a bit actually. So again, there's a Pentacle card, and again, there's a Cups card. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is the idea of making a living for yourself, financial abundance, and having a home work-life balance. So generally the Queen of Pentacles, it can signify like a working parent or someone who's juggling a lot of family responsibilities, as well as trying to be financially independent, wealthy, financially, secure, and having an abundance of wealth. So because it's again the Pentacle card and you see so much abundance of nature, that's how I remember that this card is about abundance, because there's just obvious abundance in nature around her. And she's sitting just calmly on her throne. I love the Queen cards, I'm not gonna lie. So interestingly, this is the challenges that I need to overcome. So yet again, we see a Pentacle card as a sort of obstacle in my life currently, because I need to figure out how to be financially independent. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, what challenges I need to overcome? I need to overcome financial challenges. That's the main goal there. Makes absolute sense. It's just unreal. Then we have the Magician. So this is what I need to focus on most right now, is the Magician. The Magician is all about taking action to manifest your goals. It's saying, you have the resources, you have the power to make your dreams happen, to make your goals a reality. And it's out of the idea of being the Magician that it brings together a sense of magic and practicality. Being a spiritual person, coming from a spiritual perspective, it's essentially saying, use your spirituality. We're looking at what I need to focus on the most right now. So I need to focus on using the resources that I have, and that is in terms of practicality, but also using or connecting with my intuition, my inner guidance, and essentially connecting with the universe to manifest. So I don't know if anyone here has heard of the law of attraction. I'll have to make a video on that, but it's the idea that what you put out, you get back, and it's a little bit more complex than that. And I have my own sort of interpretation of it. If you're wanting to hear it in another video, perhaps let me know. But basically it's saying, you have got the resources to create what you want, to make what you want happen. So you've got the resources, you've got the practical resources, and you've got the more magical, mysterious resources on your side. So what I need to focus on right now is using those resources to take steps forward in manifesting my goals. Perhaps if we're talking, what do I need to focus on? Perhaps I need to focus on my goals. I need to focus and get clearer on my goals. And if we're, looking at this as well, the challenges I need to overcome, part of those goals is the financial side of things. So that makes sense. That really makes sense. Finally, we have card 3, which is what I need to learn, what action to take next. So card 3, we have the 10 of Cups reversed. So that sort of indicates, that if I flip it upside down just so you can see it better, what we're looking at here. So generally, the 10 of Cups is about connection. You can see how joyous the people are. There's kids dancing and they're looking at a rainbow of cups. It's a very, very beautiful, harmonious card that very much like family life and harmony, a sense of wholeness. And generally speaking, the 10 of Cups, it's talking about, this card in particular is talking about following your heart and doing what makes you happy and trusting your intuition as well. That's a big part of this card. So in reverse though, and we've got it in reverse, and we're looking at what action to take next, it's basically saying I'm lacking that connection perhaps. And I guess that kind of does make sense being so in lockdown. So maybe this is telling me the step I need to take is to reach out to people. I need to reach out to my friendships, my relationships. I need to align my values of my personal life as well. It's about relationships, but it's also about personal values, this card. So I think it's basically indicating to me that in terms of what I need to learn, what action I need to take, that I need to find perhaps better harmony in my relationships, and also find harmony in aligning my personal values with my actual practical everyday life. I don't think it's a coincidence that the Magician's here too, to basically tell me focus on your intuition as well. So I think going alongside the action card here, these two together, it's sort of telling me that I need to focus more on connecting with myself, but also connecting with others, general connection, and finding a bit more balance and harmony. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, I ordinarily would really get a lot deeper, and I'd often even, start scribbling some notes down and so on. But for today, that's what I'll leave it at for this spread. But now I would like to show you how these kind of go together. So we've got these three. We'll move those down over here. Hopefully I'll fit them all in my screen. They are going to be cut off a little bit, I'm afraid, but not for long. And then we've got, hopefully have them in the same order. I might just have to pile them up a little bit. I'll make it work. And that one. So yeah, if we look back on the first cards that we have. So yeah, I'm sorry you can't really see properly, but just to give you an idea. And especially if you wanted to use this as practice, say that you're really trying to learn the cards, you could actually, screenshot this and use it as practice if you like. Though it's a bit hard to see. Sorry about that. But yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, you can definitely do all of the cards, both layouts together at the same time, and you will get, a lot more information. but I wanted to break it down into 5 and 3 and, break it down into those sort of parts where it's like, get clear on what you want, figure out what you actually want, and then get a little extra guidance on how you can actually take action, what the next step is. So yeah, I hope that helps. So now I'm just going to pack these up and I will show you what it looks like with an assortment of different cards and with some charms thrown in and everything else. So there's definitely a lot of ways you can take it, which is a lot of fun. To be continued next week. In part 2, I'll use the Take Action layout with different oracle cards plus tarot, charms and runestones. I had to split the video in 2 as it got just a tad too long. So if you're curious about that and to learn more about using tarot spreads in general, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and ring the little bell to be notified when I post new videos every Thursday at 2 p.m. I hope that you enjoyed today's video showing you these 2 tarot spreads. I'd love to know, what do you think of them? And if you give them a try, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Ebony Highland. I'd love to see you over there on Instagram too. Like I said earlier, for more information and resources, head over to today's blog post linked below. And while you're there, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. It's so much fun connecting with you all there, sharing lots of freebies and weekly tarot readings. It's like starting your week with an inspiring 5-minute tarot podcast. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're all keeping well wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to see you in next week's video. Bye!